Hey guys, what's up? I know that you're fans of space games, space strategy games and stuff like that as my subscribers, so I decided to bring you a game that I had been waiting for a long time called Stardrive. It's an indie 4X game that uses real-time rather than turn-based, but it's pretty awesome. Right now this is in beta. You can grab it on Steam, and this is 1.06R. And anyway, let's go ahead and check it out real fast. I'm not gonna fiddle around with this too much, but we'll just go ahead and go. So some of the things that are pretty cool about this is, first of all, you know, it is a real-time kind of strategy game. But at the same time it has a lot of 4X elements to it. You can pause the game at any given time, and what I'm kind of doing here right now is, you know, choosing my research and stuff like that. So it's been maybe a little bit since I've played the game, but I like kind of going for production stuff at the beginning, because I feel that it helps you out a lot in the early game. Another thing that's going to help is getting this heavy fighter hull as soon as possible, and then some rockets. I should do it for research for now. So as you can see on Mars, there's this little symbol right here that shows that there's an anomaly on Mars. So what I'm going to do is I'll go here. I'm going to tune this to core just because I don't like really messing around with that much. But I'm going to train a few Marines to go get that anomaly, or rather search it and see what's going on there. Another good thing to do in the early game is to kind of set up some ships. You get to build your own. Which is pretty cool. I don't know why that wasn't working, but it was being kind of annoying. But I kind of click on auto on this stuff mainly because it's just useful. But I like doing you know, the fast unarmed scout just in case like the AI wants to build this stuff. Usually I'll do auto build projectors, but this particular time I'm not going to go ahead and do that. So as you can see here on this planet called Nearest One, which is kind of funny, it says 0 population out of a total population of 0.5, and that's in billions, so you could have a total of 500 million colonists on there. But it's a barren world, so it's not going to produce any food without further research into technology, and it's only got a 3.1 production rating, which is good, but not like an early colonization kind of planet. So now that you're in here on your world view, you can right click on your soldiers to send them out into space, and then they'll get this little freighter that can take them to planets like Mars, for example. So in order to explore this particular planet, I'll use my little space marine here. I'll click here on the planet, and then you can click open the ground, and it looks like we have a crash site here, so that might be pretty good. So now you click on, you know, your troops, and you can land them. You can choose where you land them if you want. I usually just do auto. It doesn't really matter. Oh, nice. So we got another frigate out of that, which is pretty good, actually. So now that that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and scout around a little bit. Because we need to find some additional planets. Now I don't particularly like the auto explore function because it seems to go back and forth up and down the map and doesn't really stay close by, but the developer whose screen name is Zero has been extremely active with the community on their website at stardrive.com, so I have all the faith in the world that this game is going to be completely epic once it's finished. So now I got a few scouts going out, and I've designed my own that are considerably faster than the default ones. As you can see, this is a scout here that the AI builds for you, and then these are the ones that I designed in previous games, and they're a lot faster. Oh, this looks like it might be a good place to go colonize. But you gotta wait for the your scout to actually scout the planet. So that's kind of what I was doing there. Now you can build these things like in the automation here. You can build these things called auto build projectors, and what it's going to do is it's basically going to claim this territory like after I colonize Paradin here. It's going to build these projectors down there that speed up your warp within them, but the problem with them right now in this current version is that they also act as waypoints, which normally wouldn't be a bad thing, but it slows your ships down considerably because they'll stop at the projectors. So I'm going to try it this time without actually doing that. Alright, so now there's another anomaly over there, so I'm gonna... This is one of the things I like to do, is send Space Marines out to as many anomalies as I can in the early game, because you can get these really useful relics from it, or artifacts that significantly help you out in the early game and even in the late game. Oh, see, Paradin's already taken over by AI. And this is one of the races, the Kolrathi Shogunate. So that's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to colonize that planet, but it looks like they got to it before me. Now, in my opinion, you don't want to get too many non-food producing planets in the beginning if you're not one of the artificial intelligent races, or if you didn't choose artificial intelligence as one of your racial perks, mainly because you won't have any food for those people and they'll just die. So now we're gonna try to ninja this. Oh, here's another one of the races. So it's kind of cool. Each race has its own like flavor text, if you will, and they each talk differently. It's pretty fun. Looks like we're finding everybody. Looks like we got another dude there too. Now, one of the problems with doing this though is it's pretty easy to piss your neighbors off by doing this. Let's see here. Oh, he wants... no. I want friends in the beginning, so here you go. Anyway, well, it looks like we found just about all the races. Anyway, one of the downsides of doing what I'm doing here by sending all these Marines out to all these different planets is that it, when the AI goes to colonize that planet and you still have a soldier on it, they'll consider it an act of war and come and attack you. Oh, and then occasionally you get these anomalies that happen. This is a hyperspace flux. Basically makes it so that you can't jump, and you can only move on your regular speed. I'm gonna make this a little bit of a shorter video than my normal videos. So let me go ahead and show you some other aspects real fast. First of all, you can control your own ship by basically taking control over them, which is pretty cool. You can take control over any of your ships in your fleet, and then you can press different buttons. Right click basically shoots. The humans start out with a prototype ship underneath the default thing. I'm forgetting some of the buttons, so forgive me, but let's see here. We'll go to the Shipyard, and basically you get these different icons, right? Like E is for engines, I is for internal, IO is either internal or external, and then O is outboard only. So let me load one of my older games and I'll show you kind of like what's going on there. This is with a different race, the Wolfer, which is a wolf-like aggressive nation. I'll show you some of the larger fleets and stuff like that. So here we are with a bunch of really large ships, and as you see, you get all these different components in them, and you get to choose like how you build your ship. All this red territory is mine, and then I've got some crazy territory out in the middle of nowhere out here. But I'm currently fighting a lot of wars in this one, and it's pretty challenging. But let me show you some of these larger. As you can see, like, they get pretty darn big, and you can take like this fusion beam turret, for example, place it there, but see, it's gonna need power, and you can also left click on it and then direct what direction it's going to be shooting from as you do that. And then you get things like power plants, and when you place that down, it shows you where all the power goes. But in the Volfer, for example, they're very thin ships, so you don't have a ton of space to put that. You can use these power conduits similar to this to kind of push them, push the power from one plant out all over the ship if you want. And you know, this isn't a real design, I'm just kind of showing you what you can do. You know, throw on some engines. This is just random placement. You get shields, and you can have armor all over the place randomly. Or you can load a previous design that you've done before. Like, here's one that I did before. I like to do kind of a layered approach to my defenses, and so I have, like, this is a shield, for example, this is a shield there, I've got another shield here, there, and then I've got these armor plates all over the place as well, so that when the shields go down I still have armor and I'll still be able to defend myself for a little bit. But then the AI in this game has been using a lot of missiles against me, so I've got point defense systems here, and as you can see, when I press tab, the green circles are my shields, so I'm pretty heavily covered from the front. Not so much in the back, but I don't really plan on having my back to the enemy that much. And then I have a whole bunch of these red lines are like point defense systems that shoot down missiles as they come at me, and then I've got a few more over here for the phalanx defense points. But anyway, I highly encourage you to check out the game. This is just a quick little brief overview of it, and if you guys like it, then I'll do like a true let's play of it. But hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.